Maybe you're an MSP and you've been out networking, trying to find deals, and you've made a great relationship with a ton of new people, but you're struggling to close that deal or even find a deal out there. I'm going to be answering that entire process, what that actually looks like, so you can start closing deals. My name is Harrison Barron from growth-generators.com. We help MSPs with sales training and marketing. Before I get into today's video, I do have to mention just one quick thing. That's all I'm asking this time. It's just one thing. Just go down in the video description. There's a ton of super helpful resources down there. I get questions all the time, whether it's in the Discord, on the channel, whatever it may be, but down in the video description, there are tons and tons and tons of super helpful links. I'm also going to be linking down there in the near future, it's not ready yet, to an additional page on our website at growth-generators.com, and that'll have even more resources because I just don't want you to scroll forever. So keep that in mind. Go check out the video description of every video because every video has slightly different links, so you might have missed something that you might want to grab. So let's talk about the process of asking for the sale. Right? At the end of the day, we all want to make money. That's why you went into business. You went into business to make more money or create the life that you love or the life that you so desire. So what does that process actually look like? Because so many of you guys have said, Harrison, I've joined my local networking group. I've gone on Meetup. I've either joined LaTip, BNI, my local chamber of commerce, all of these places, and you've done a really good job. And you've started to collect, where is this on my desk? You've started to collect some business cards, and that's great. That is literally the hardest step, is getting out of your comfort zone to go meet these people. But the journey is the best part. And the second step is actually easier and should be easier after this video than the original first step of going out and meeting all of those people. So let's talk about you go out and network, right? You have to understand the value proposition for an MSP. Now, some companies already know what an MSP is, and that's good. But there's a lot of companies that don't know what an MSP is. And that's where you have to actually show the value and explain the value of what you do, how you do it, and who you actually help. Now, I've talked ad nauseum about the buyer persona, but when you genuinely can help one type of customer or one type of company tremendously, people will begin to see that. They're going to begin to see that you're out there helping that one specific type of customer. And when you tell people and you talk to people and say, I'm an MSP and I help XYZ, you don't want to say, I help all businesses with a computer. Well, that's pretty useless because every business has a computer. So if everybody can be your customer, nobody can really be your customer. You really want to focus and niche down, especially in the early stages. You want to tell people just one type of customer. That's it. After that, and you understand the value proposition that you bring to the table, and you're able to clearly articulate the value that you provide and who you'd like to work with, next is going to you want to start to identify the opportunities, right? You want to be able to go through this whole process. You want to be able to start to say, hey, I know exactly what I need to do to be able to go out and succeed in the sale, right? And the first part of that is going to be active listening, right? You want to start to hear what people are saying and how they're saying it. Believe it or not, if you're not actively listening, people love to complain. By nature, it's just what we do, especially in the United States. We love complaining. You want to get people talking. You don't want to be the one that does all of the talking. There's always, I'm sure you've probably heard of the rule, but the 80-20 rule. You want to be listening to 80% and having that prospect talk the other 20%. You might be out networking. Ask them open-ended questions. Ask them, what do they like to do in their free time? What do they love about business? What can't they stand about business? And start really diving deeper. Now, if you show genuine interest, which I hope you do, in that process, people are going to start to open up way more than you would have ever thought. They're going to share their relationships. They're going to share their business. They're going to share successes. They're going to share losses. And it makes them feel really, really good. Active listening and understanding potential areas that you might be able to help with is really, really important. After you start to identify and go through that actual process of saying, hey, I now know, I understand what you're going through, but you need to also go through and see, hey, what kind of needs do you actually have for your business? Are there any actual needs? Do you guys struggle with your computer technology? You don't want to give them a yes or no. Yes, we do. Or no, we don't. Hey, what's been the biggest struggle with technology in your business? All of a sudden, it goes from a yes, no to an open-ended question. And then shut up. Stop talking. Let them speak. And then when they're done, still don't talk. Give them 3 or 4 seconds. People can't bear to sit through 3 or 4 seconds of dead silence. If you're worried about doing 3 or 4 seconds of dead silence, ask them a question. When they're finishing up, take a drink of water. And if they still haven't talked, now you can go back and talk. This is a secret weapon in sales. Whether you're at a bar, you're at a networking event, you're drinking a bottle of water, you're having coffee, it does not matter. A healthy long sip is a assassin in sales because it gets that person talking. And as you begin to actively listen, engage, and ask these open-ended questions, you start to build a relationship, a real relationship. Not, hey, I got your business card and I could probably call you to go golfing. A real relationship where you're learning about their business and they're learning about your business. Everybody knows somebody, and understanding the needs of their business, especially if they're a target client of yours, is really important. And asking those open-ended questions is only going to help you build that relationship and have that person actively trust. At some point through that building relationship, you have to do it. You got to ask. Nobody is going to just, hey, there's all the money. It's not going to happen. I hate to say it. You have to build up the courage to ask them, hey, can I offer you, or would you like to maybe go through one of our assessments to see how we might be able to help you with your technology? I'd love to earn your business. All of a sudden, it becomes so much easier. The prospect has to understand that you are actually trying to sell, and they're not just going to give it to you. They want somebody who's going to ask for the money in exchange for services. And by going through asking for that, understanding that you've built this relationship, you've asked all these questions, you've been an active listener, you've been to the networking groups, you go through this entire process. Now you could go through and start to ask for the sale. And they might say, hey, no, I would love to work with you. We are already super happy with the person we have. No worries. I'm going to ask for a favor then. Who else could you introduce me to in my XYZ niche that I could help? And all of a sudden, lights start going off. Well, I'm pretty happy with our guy, but they don't do this. You know what? Johnny needs computer help. If you don't ask, nobody is going to hand you the sale. You have to feel comfortable and you have to feel confident in going out and actually asking for that sale. After you do that, the world is your oyster. You're going to be able to go through, you're going to leverage your technology, leverage your tools. You can offer assessments. You can offer cybersecurity checks. You can offer free training for them. Hey, by the way, I would like to just get into your company. No sale. I just want to do a free training for your employees. It'll help you tremendously as a business avoid getting hacked. Is that something I could interest you in? Give them the opportunity. If you can't feel, or you feel weird asking straight out for money, provide value first. You want to provide value for this whole YouTube channel that I make is all about providing value first. And the people that are super serious about taking their MSP to the next level are either going to join the Launchpad to help them start their MSP or MSP Heroes to gain the tools, resources, all the courses, and all the training, right? But this is the value add, is this process right here of making the video. You need to go out and make the value add for them, whatever that might be. Running scanners, computer cleans, blowing out the computers. Spend a little bit of time or energy in there, or maybe even a little bit of money to earn their business, to provide value first. And after you provide value first, you go through this training, you run the assessment. Hey, I would love to help you further with your technology. What do you say? Can I potentially maybe go through a sales process with you? We'll figure out what you need, what you don't need. Hey, maybe you don't need anything and I'm not a good fit for you. Can we go through that process and see if I can earn your business? Ask for the sale. After that, you're done. I know it sounds crazy, and you're probably thinking, Harrison, there's no freaking way it's that easy. But think about it. When you go to McDonald's, Burger King, whatever it is, if you just stood at the kiosk, if you stand there too long, they're probably going to call the police. They're going to think you're a creep, right? You have to ask for something. It's the exact same thing. You, as the customer, are asking for the goods that business is selling. If you were to just stand there, they're going to think, hey, why is this person not ordering something? You have to order. You have to ask for what you want. And in return, that business is going to give it to you. And in this case, in the MSP world, you have to ask the prospect for their business and for that trust. And in return, a percentage of those are going to say, yes, I would like to pay you money every single month to provide basic network security or support, some antivirus to make sure nobody's going to get hacked or nothing's going to intrude in the system, some support when something's going wrong, our printer's not working, whatever it might be, and I want some peace of mind. Maybe you could back it up for us. That would be great. But nobody is going to say, hey, I want to give you money. It does happen, super rare. Happened to me several times. It's crazy. But the other 99% of the time, that's not going to happen. You have to go out and ask for the business, or you have to go out and ask, I would like to meet specifically this very specific customer, and I'd like to earn their business. Can you help me find this person? Yes or no? Yes, you can. Great. Let's start going about the process of finding that. If you can't, no big deal. I appreciate that out of you. Let me buy your next cup of coffee. That's fine. On to the next person. But you have to ask, you have to build trust, you have to build relationships with people, and it's gonna take a while, especially if you're in your local chamber or some other networking group. It's not instantaneous, but you will rapidly speed up that process if you go in, build a genuine relationship, and ask for the sale. If you don't do it, or ask for the business, if you don't do it, nobody's going to come out of the woodworks and say, hey, here's $20,000 or $10,000 a month for my business. It's just not going to happen. You have to ask for the sale. And that is how you're going to end up closing more deals from your networking, from your chamber of commerce, your lit tip, your BNI, your meetups, whatever it might be. That is how you do it. I love the heck out of you guys. If you guys have enjoyed this content, please hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. I genuinely mean it. It means the world to me. Every time I see a new subscriber, I get super, super excited. You guys have been nothing but incredible. The feedback I've gotten, all of that kind of stuff. I hate gatekeeping. I try to give as much value as I possibly can. Come hang out with us in the Discord. Check down below for resources. And hey, if you want to take your MSP to the next level, maybe MSP Heroes might be right for you. Other than that, love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, bye.